All right, ladies, y'all just had a successful run at the national championships. Each of you finished as All-Americans at the WCWA national championships. For each of you, start with Tiara. Tell me about what that experience was like for you to finish as an All-American at your first national championship in college.
Um, so I felt really excited to place. I felt like I could have done better, but I'm really excited that my team and I did really good for a freshman team.
Um, it was exciting. I was happy to finish as high as I did, and I kind of surprised myself too. Would have liked to win it, but I mean, just gives me stuff to work on for next year.
I felt really good about it because first of all, like we were part of history in the making, and then for myself, I felt like I have a lot more work to improve. I didn't know what to expect at the first national tournament, so.
For myself, I go into every tournament like thinking I'm gonna win it, and like, okay, I want to be the champion. So getting third place isn't like the best thing, but afterwards and like seeing the competition level in my weight class and stuff, I was proud of myself.
I think we did good as a freshman team, and I was happy. But it's a good like stepping stone to see where we need to be in the future.
Yeah, most of y'all are freshmen. I think Michelle and Hannah, y'all are at least as sophomores, I believe. What's it been like though, being such a young team in a first year, and being the ones to help start tradition, start history here in EFL?
I thought it was great because like we got to see how we all like formed together as one, and like seeing people from the beginning of the season to the end of the season was a big difference, and that was nice to see that.
For me, it was like I'm used to being on like bigger teams and like winning every single match, like not even have to worry about it. So it was like different being on like a brand new team, like starting out at the bottom. Like I was not used to that, but I'm excited because I know like by the time I graduate, we're gonna win a championship, and it's gonna be awesome to say like we started off last place and now we're champions and we've been through it all. So that's gonna be exciting.
Bree, you finished runner-up in the WCWA champions. You had a chance to kind of blaze through there. Of course, you were top 5 all year individually. Just what was this year been like for you as a team voted on captain to start out, and then to go on and be the highest ranking person coming out of this championship season?
This year is kind of a learning experience for me since I haven't really wrestled freestyle, but I think as the year went on, I started to get more and more used to it. And it was pretty exciting to finish in the finals, and I had some tough matches to get there, but like I think next year I'll know more what to expect and do a little bit better and stuff.
What's the favorite memory so far of this season for everybody?
I'd say being at tournaments as a team, just like the bonding part of it, probably.
I don't know. I never even thought about that yet. It was all pretty much, I guess I agree with what Hannah said, like just traveling, and definitely not on the way there because we're always cutting weight and stuff.
The bus is quiet on the way there. No one talks.
On the way back, and like once we weigh in, then we have a lot of fun. So
My favorite was like I mentioned before, like how we developed as a team. Because in the beginning we had like our own cliques, and like now we're all just like
that's
one
true.
big family. I think that's my favorite memory right
My favorite memory is after my semifinals match at Nationals. I come off the mat, and Michelle comes running out of the bleachers crying and picks me up and gives me a hug. So
Aww.
it was pretty nice.
I like how in practice, most of the time we're serious, and sometimes we have fun and like play around and dance around.
What's it been like being the only heavyweight for this team?
Feels awesome. Sometimes it's not fun because I don't have somebody in my weight class I could go super hard with, but I like working with Michelle. She helped out a lot.
And for UTR, you had a short season. You weren't able to compete in the fall to get ready, yet you come out and I think only have 2 or 3 losses by the time it's done with. The 1 loss at national duels, then went on to, like I said, to finish 3rd was impressive. What are your thoughts on how your short season went for you?
Well, I learned from the first semester, so I improved from there, and so yeah.
Four of y'all had a chance to go to the USA Olympic Training Center this past week, or 2 weeks ago now, I guess, for the Dave Schultz International. New experience for almost all of you, except for Rosemary, when it comes to international competition. What was it like for each of you to just see that environment and that type of competition?
Well, I've been to international tournaments, but at like the cadet and junior level, so that's when I was a little younger. The senior level is a whole different ball game. It's like you're wrestling women that are like grown women out of college or not even in college because they're like training 24/7, and just like the level of competition and the knowledge that these women have, it's like incredible. There was 20 world medalists there and 6 Olympians in the tournament. That just goes to show like the level of it. It was crazy.
I had been to the Olympic Training Center before, but training with senior level wrestlers, like, it was a whole different eye opener. Like, it was definitely something. Being an All-American has nothing compared to that. That's for sure.
Yeah, definitely an eye opener. It showed us that we have a lot to work on to get there, but we can do it.
And Bree, you had the only win out there, but you also had very tough battles, very tight competition. Drew the number 1 person right out of the gate, but got some exposure a little bit. Tell us about your week out there.
I had a hard time. I mean, I had that 1 win, but I got beat up on 2 matches I lost. But coach ended up like somehow getting me a sponsorship, saying how good I am and how good I could be. So that was pretty exciting, and I really appreciate him doing that.
All right. Well, it's been a long season. Of course, you still have some USA Wrestling stuff to go, but I've already asked your favorite memory. Any final thoughts on this year of where things have been by anybody?
I think it'll be good to have the new girls that signed to come in, and I think then we'll really pick up as a team and be able to have efficient practices, and I think it'll be fun next year. I'm excited.
I'm excited because next year it's going to be like we're going to be having wrestle-offs because there's going to be like so many girls for a weight class, so the competition is just we're going to have to work so much harder to either keep our starting lineup or to like move to another weight class because there's so many new girls coming in that are really good wrestlers, and that's just going to change the whole environment of the team, and we might have like complete different girls in the lineup, and it's going to be fun.
I think that Coach always mentions that the girls next year will have a different maturity level than us, and I think I'm kind of excited to see like where we were when we came in as them and where we are now. I think it's going to be exciting.
I think it'll be a little bit different because we'll have a bigger team, but I think it'll help a lot because like Tiara doesn't have anybody wrestle. Cassidy wrestles me, and I'm a lot bigger than her, so it'll help a lot to have like practice partners actually our size.
Yeah, I'm excited to see all the new people come in, and we're going to be a dominant team.
All right. Ladies, congratulations on a successful season, and good luck. I mean, you've still got a lot more wrestling to do with the University Nationals, Body Bar, and later in May. So good luck with everything that comes up with FILA and USA Wrestling, and look forward to next year.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.